Hello, book clubbers. Today's episode, we have Francesca with us, and she has two new books. Hi, Francesca.
Hi, how are you? This is so exciting. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Your books look really good, and I have not read them yet, but they already from the cover and knowing you and knowing what your knowledge is, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's really great. I'm super excited to be launching these two books, and they're two cookbooks, but one is more of a guided cookbook for health, and the other one is a cookbook for the individual that doesn't think that they have time to put a healthy meal on the table, either for themselves or for their families. But I take you through the steps in helping you create simple, healthy meals in no time. So two really great books that are beneficial for everyone's health and lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's start with one. Like, which one
Okay.
you would tell the viewers to watch first?
Okay.
Read first.
All right. So this book. So this is my new book. Just came out. So Balanced Nutrition. It's a cooking guide to better health. So as you guys or maybe don't know, but I am a nutrition coach. I have my master's in clinical nutrition in addition to having my bachelor's in exercise science. So with all of the clients that I work with, this book is really part of my journey with all of my clients. I do a lot of work with people to help them heal GI, autoimmune, inflammation, weight loss. So everything in this book is a guide to your health, specifically with those things in mind. So there are a lot of recipes that I've created for all of my clients' health needs and also their lifestyle as well. So the recipes in here are really delicious. They are easy to make. And within this book, you get a healthy tip. So basically, it's an education as to why each recipe is beneficial to your health. Is it low inflammatory? Is it low in calories, high in nutrients, high in vitamins? So this is a really great tool just to keep in your pantry at all times. It is beautiful. I mean, we've got great photos. There's really a lot of great things that are gluten-free in here too, and dairy-free in here. So really, and plant-based, lean proteins. So I wanted to put a guide together to really help people really get a better grip on their health, because there are a lot of people that have all of those issues that I have mentioned. And this is a very well-rounded book for all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first one. I also have this Fit Cuisine, Healthy Food Made Simple. This book I had put out many years back, but I revamped it based on what I see the industry is kind of going into now. There's a lot of my clients that come up to me and they'll say, I just don't know how to put an easy and healthy meal on the table for either myself or my family. So I put this book together as a busy working individual herself. I want to make sure that I always put a good meal on the table. There are recipes that I grew up with that I really changed to make healthier so that they're, user friendly for everybody. And within this book as well, I do give some nutrition, what I call my fit tips on the bottom. So why this is such a great recipe and what you can do if someone, say, has a gluten allergy and they're not going to use pasta, what can you use as an alternative? What meals you can take to a healthy barbecue. So both books they go actually hand in hand. So I would absolutely purchase both at the same time, because one's really good for one type of situation, and then your other book is really good for your health. And this book is obviously called Balanced Nutrition because it's named after my company, which is Balanced Nutrition Lifestyle, which is fitness, food, lifestyle, and longevity. So everything that's in these cookbooks is really going to help you live a healthier and happy life without restrictions. Because a lot of people feel that nutrition plans and cookbooks are either boring or restrictive, or they don't have any flavor. Nope, these recipes are really great, and they're tried and true, and they were all tested by my individual clients who have all seen great success with my programs.
Mm-hmm. So that's what guided you to write them, right? Like, you work with your clients, and then you decided would be a tool for them to use by themselves, and anybody who would buy it, they can just use it all by themselves.
Yeah. So what started to happen was I was seeing so many different clients, that were referrals from different physicians throughout the area. And they were all coming to me, well, what recipe is a good one if I want to be able to have, certain types of, carbs, or if I wanted to have a really healthy breakfast, or I wanted to maybe, reduce my inflammation markers. So I was actually just sending everybody like individual recipes. So I was like, why not put everything in a book? Handheld, you have all of the tools you need. It's like having me in the kitchen with you. So guiding you through all of the tips and preparation for all of this.
So that's very important, because people think and also people think that cooking is so hard, but when you get in a habit of it and you make it easy,
Right.
something easy, a part of your life,
right,
it's different.
Absolutely. I think that, we watch all these great cooking. I'm a cooking show junkie. I just love to watch cooking shows. And I think I just like it to watch all the creative, these genius chefs. But, when it came down to it, I really, for myself personally, these books are part of my personal journey and my personal story. I was a business owner. And I would get home late, and I'm in the fitness and wellness world. So I wanted to always make sure that I fueled my body with things that were going to keep me healthy, keep me energized, and, just keep me going throughout the day. And I started to figure out, how can I make recipes easy and healthy? There's so many easy little tips and tools I give in the book. You can buy pre-cut foods and frozen foods and already cut up meats. We talk about meal prepping. So all of that stuff, if you really want a great success plan, it doesn't take a lot of work, but it just takes a little bit of an understanding. And obviously with my coaching work that I do, I help individuals kind of get a hold of what works for their individual bodies.
And that's why the book is good to have, because you go through it and you start getting those tips.
Right.
If you're not cooking all the time, you start getting the tips. You're already starting to see how to eat better and what the nutrition is. A lot of people don't even know what the nutrition is. So buy the book, or just to find out about nutrition, so you're not just eating whatever, but you're eating with the goal of giving something to your body that it needs.
For sure. Like on the bottom, you'll see on the bottom of most of the recipes down here are the health tips. So I want people to understand why what they're eating is so beneficial for their bodies. Because sometimes, it's such a blanket statement like, oh, this is good for you. Well, why? I'm literally telling you why it's good for you. It's got anti-inflammatory seasonings. It'll help with your GI. It'll, build up your immune system. It's filled with, satiated flavors and there's so many wonderful things in here. And that's really what I think is why it is a guide, because there's there's a lot of cookbooks, but nothing that is educational. I wanted to make this an educational tool for those that purchase it, to understand like, oh, look, if you have a cold, you can pull up my soup recipe and understand, why is chicken soup so great? Well, because we're going to use bone broth, and bone broth is filled with great collagen, and all of that stuff helps the immune system, build itself up. Why? Because it's helping our GI. Everything's explained in here. So it's actually a fun read. It's got great photos. And the clients that have already purchased the book and are using some of the recipes have already sent such positive feedback and pictures. And they're like, this is a great guide. I wish we had this sooner.
Perfect. And the one with the fit, that one does it goes more for the people who work out? Is that, I know it's for everyone, but is it really good for a person who likes to stay fit and goes to the gym, and more active person?
So both of them can be for that. The reason for Fit Cuisine, this book, fitness is everything in life. It's like we run around, we're always busy moving. And, if you have a family who's taking their family after school to soccer, or to this practice or to that practice, or, maybe you have a really busy job and you don't get home late. But this book is a little bit more universal. This has a lot of different types of recipes, where the other book is more health recipes. Like I had mentioned, like Balanced Nutrition is a book for health conditions like GI and autoimmune and inflammation. This has some of that as well, but it's more recipes that are, carbohydrates. Like there's a lot of pasta dishes in here. There's different types of chicken dishes. There's a little bit of dairy recipes in here, where the other one is a little bit more restrictive just based on what you would need for those individual health situations. But this started, like I said, from when I owned my business as a personal trainer. I had my own boutique studio. So this book started from me working in that environment. So it could really be for somebody who is, exercising and wanting to keep their weight maintained, or maybe they want to even lose a little bit of weight. There's some great recipes in here for that.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to remind the viewers that when you eating, it's not about getting your stomach full. It's about getting the right nutritions, so your body has the right energy and right tools to get you through the day, have a good mood. It affects everything that you're doing. It affects your energy. It affects your how you feel, what goes on in your life. So that's why food is not just to make your stomach full.
No, food is thy medicine and food is energy, right? Mm-hmm. So you have good foods. There's a lot of different types of foods out there, but what food is going to keep you fuller longer, give you great amount of fiber, give you nutrient density. So where you are, you're fuller longer. You have high nutrients, low calories. So that helps keep your weight at bay. Eating things that are non-inflammatory based. So you're not getting any GI distress. You're not feeling the need, because you're eating high sugars, to constantly be going after food, because you're actually getting the right types of, that's why it's called balance. You're getting the right type of fuel for your body, so that you're always feeling like, wow, I don't even feel like I need lunch, because that breakfast was so satisfying. And then when you get to your dinner, you feel full. You have, what they call you're satiated. So, it's more like, it's intuitive eating. We're eating because we feel hungry, not because, I think it's my third meal of the day. So this helps with all of that. And I've had so many successful clients really learn a lot of the tools from these books, learn how to cook properly for themselves, realize how easy it is. I even talk about different things. If you're not interested in using, I'm not a big stove girl. Okay, well, let's try the air fryer. Air fryers are a big thing right now. Crock pots are big things right now. If you have a grill, meal prepping on your grill, if you could throw a bunch of, proteins and vegetables on your grill, stick them in a container, keep them in your refrigerator. Meal prepping, planning is the key to healthy lifestyle and success.
So for all the viewers, both books, actually, they are must-have books in your house. So make sure that all the links to buy the books are in the description, and the website for Francesca as well. So you can connect with her. First buy the books, then connect with her, become like her client as well if you need it, or if you have any extra questions. So Francesca, tell a little bit more about what else you do, and how do you how you're qualified to write those two books.
Oh, absolutely. So I've been in the fitness and wellness industry for over 22 years. I was a marathon runner. I was also, I suffered from eating disorders as a young child. So I know what it's like to meet with nutrition coaches and get that help that you need, which is why I wanted to become one. So what I do is I have my master's in clinical nutrition. And I also went to the School of Integrative Nutrition, where I studied under a lot of different functional and integrative doctors. And we learned about a lot of different modalities to health and wellness. My specialty is really in GI, because I have found that is literally the root cause of all of our discomfort and our sickness. So what I just started doing is, again, like anything, there's no one size fits all approach to our health. It's a one size fits you approach. What I do is I come in and I sit with all of my clients individually. I talk about their health. I usually get a little bit of a background from the physicians that refer them to me. And we put together a plan that fits their lifestyle. I want to know what it is that they like, what they don't like, because I never want to give somebody a plan that they just don't enjoy. I want you to enjoy this. You know, again, like I said, food isn't, we don't eat to live, we live to it's like, so people are living, it's like, we want to make sure that what we're putting into our bodies, it's not eating to live, it's living to eat. No, we want to eat for proper nutrition of our bodies. So what I wanted to do is come up with a book that was really a guide and was a means to help people understand that if we don't get a hold of our food, our systems are not going to get better, they're going to get worse. And I've worked with a lot of people for many, many years, just seeing their evolution of getting off of medication, losing weight, losing inflammation, getting better in their exercise programs, learning to do things they never did in the kitchen, having better brain clarity, having better, mobility to play a sport that they love, or to pick up their kids or play with their kids or play with their grandkids, if that's the case. Any lifestyle that you have right now, I want to be able to help with that. I also work with people that if there is a situation where, you go out to eat too, like how do you go out to eat and, pick the right stuff? This book will actually teach that to you, because a lot of these recipes I mocked from how can I make that recipe that I had at that great restaurant in Miami even better? Well, I put that in the book. So
yeah, great. Yeah, that's definitely, like I said, those two books are must-have books in your house. And also, I'm gonna put link here for the full interview that I have with Francesca, where we talk about how to go for healthy grocery shopping, and just go get those books. You're gonna need them. Any last words, Francesca?
No, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want to reach out to me, like she said, she's got all of my links. I'm more than happy to set up a complimentary call for you guys to see if this is something that you'd be interested in trying a nutrition coaching program and learning, basically what it is that you need to eat for the success of your health.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you.